The basics of cutting stress. Is it possible to exist without stress? No. Thinking about stress in terms of defeating it is beating the beast with the wrong stick. Stress is frequently handled as an unwelcome guest. Let's set the record straight. Stress is an inseparable and inevitable part of life. Simplifying may some of the times be overwhelming. The sum of stuff you have in your life and the sum of things you have to do may be too huge a mountain to undertake. However, you don't have to simplify it all at once. Do one thing at a time and take little steps. You'll get there and have fun doing it. As a matter of fact, you're able to do small but important things today to begin living the simple life. Stress is what drives you. Stress gives you that push and motivation when, say, you're gearing up for an important exam, or working on a vital project, or going to give a significant presentation, or preparing to appear in a job interview. Stress, by and of itself, isn't bad. It turns good or bad depending on how you perceive it and how adequate you think you are to cope with it. Confronting stress is a skill and an art. If you prefer to live a happy and productive life, you have to learn how to cope with it. Some facts you should know. Stress is energy. If you don't process it the correct way, it will devour you. Coping with stress is a science. Anybody who prefers to live a happy and rich life needs to learn it. It's worth committing some time and effort to controlling something that has so many extensive consequences for the tone of our lives. Accompany me on this energizing journey, which can bring a modification in your life and determine how you too can make your life stress-free or with significantly less stress. Get started. Why does stress happen to us? Tension is an inevitable part of life. Your stress can develop out of any of the following three emotions. Frustration. It's a state of dissatisfaction arising out of unrealized needs or unsolved troubles. It's characterized by feelings of tension or anxiety. For instance, you may be frustrated due to the very much deserved promotion that you didn't get, a disagreement with your boss, mounting up debt, or something as simple as arriving tardy to the office. Aside from outside circumstances, frustrations may be due to a few personality traits, like unrealistic expectations, unwillingness to change. Maybe it's a lack of accomplishments. Conflicts. This is a circumstance when you're caught between suitable but incompatible desires. For instance, you want advancement in the workplace, but are not willing to relocate to a fresh and new city. You desire a penthouse, but must get rid of other luxuries that you're capable of savoring right now. Pressure. This is the requirement that the business of living gets to you, and it's definitely inevitable. Job requires more time, kids need some more money, and your husband or wife needs more attention. Too much is happening at once. Some of this sounds familiar, doesn't it? The cause behind the emotion. The triggers of stress. The three primary reasons for stress and depression in our society are the following. Number 1, money troubles. Without any doubt, this is the top issue that consumes just about all of us at one stage or another in our lives. Your wants are stroked by alluring ads, easy accessibility, and an unabashed display by other people. Where are the means to snatch up all that the heart desires? The consequence, rising debt, overdrawn charge cards, lawsuits, and heartaches. Number 2, stress at your place of business. You're unhappy with your workplace conditions, and they're far from ideal. The competition is extremely tough, and expectations are high. Along with all of that, the price of living is rising day by day. Your workplace stress and anxiety are substantial grounds to be concerned. Number 3, relationship stress. This is the type of tension that follows humans all over, and it's always present within our life in one form or another. Nowadays, a fast life and faster changing values and morals make it even harder to cope with day-to-day stress. Signs and symptoms of stress. Consequences on your health. Number 1, Physical symptoms: headache, backache, dizziness, hypertension, frequent colds, rashes, itches, shaking, heartburn, etc. Number 2, psychological symptoms: tension, anxiety, insomnia, difficulty in decision making, insecurities, lack of concentration, or a feeling that you're worthless. Number 3, behavioral symptoms: socially withdrawing, unreasonable use of alcohol, taking drugs, gambling, lack of social interaction, ignoring appearance, or ignoring whether or not you are prompt. While a few individuals can simply manage the demands directed at them, other people are more likely to break down under the pressure. What are the kinetics involved which grant one group to rally through emotional angst while the other group sinks when stress enters their life? In seeking how stress and tension affects one's welfare, we'll explore numerous avenues and techniques on how to relieve stress and tension. Furthermore, we'll talk about how to break away from the cycle of stress-induced conduct and to establish that stress, while constantly present, can be contained and tackled. Stress and resiliency. Individuals who come across stressful situations handle them in different ways. While some individuals can dismiss it and progress in life untouched, other individuals become totally consumed by their symptoms. Resilience is the technique of adjustment in the presence of threats, and even the good news is that it can be learned. Majority of the people show resilience in the face of stressors. Being resilient does not mean that you don't feel the stress. Pain, anxiety, and emotional distress are the imperishable facts of life. It can't be avoided. The trick is to defeat it and find pleasure and happiness in life. You are able to learn resilience. Anybody can. There are a few crucial elements that go into building one as a resilient individual. Factors you should consider. The following are some of these factors. Supportive relationships. It seems to be the most crucial factor. Having loving and supportive relationships assist you in building resilience in the face of hardships. Relationships that offer love, trust, and encouragement boost your resilience. Taking critical action. It helps a good deal if you set goals for yourself and take steps based around to a realistic plan. If you're used to just responding to the situations and are unable to look beyond the stressful position you face, it's definitely going to add stressors in your life. Thinking positively. A resilient individual searches for opportunities in difficulties. Anticipate a favorable result and take concrete steps to reach the sought-after outcome. If you can't do anything, hope and pray for the positive result. Worrying and fussing wears you out and reduces your fighting capability, besides making you boring, indecisive, and unappealing. Effective communication. Being capable to communicate clearly, without concern and inhibition, being capable to voice your opinions appropriately, letting other people recognize your expectations. This is terribly crucial in being capable of surviving difficult situations. Containing and handling emotions. Being capable to know all your emotions, acknowledging when to tolerate stress and when to hold back. In essence, knowing yourself better is a requirement of being a resilient individual. Probabilities are there's a TV in your household you feel you can't live without. A lot of individuals flip on the TV daily without fail, and in a few cases watch hour after hour of programming. Switching off the TV may have quite a few advantages. There are ways to break loose from the television set and spend more time engaging in other, more productive interests. Record your preferred shows. Rather than sitting through commercials, recording gives you the alternative to skip them all in all. Additionally, if the show is atrocious in the first place, you're able to fast forward to see if it's going to become any better, instead of having to sit and wait through the total show. Think to see if the shows are worth it, or if you're just looking on out of tedium. For 1 week, bring forward the self-control to give up viewing the shows that you watch on a regular basis. You will know at the end of the week which shows to go forward watching and which shows were not significant enough to watch over again. Chances are you'll have at least one or two shows to do away with from your viewing schedule per week. Discover a fresh hobby. If there's something you're passionate about doing, there's a probability you would be willing to switch off the TV in favor of working on that hobby. Schedule dates with other people for times when you're normally watching TV. Whether it's having a fellowship night at home or going to a weekly dinner with acquaintances, you're less likely to be in front of the TV if there's someplace else to be and a commitment you've made to others. Think about enrolling in a workout class or a different type of course that will make sure to keep you out of the house. Get out and exercise. The advantages of health, possible weight loss, and being active far outbalance sitting in front of the TV. Get into a workout routine during the time when you'd commonly be watching television programs. Exercise may be rather addictive. You might wind up getting so involved with it that TV could become a remote second when it comes to picking out something to do. Watching too much TV may make you feel a little brain dead, says a new study, and it may also take years off your life. The more time you spend watching television, the higher your risk of dying at an earlier age, particularly from heart conditions, researchers have found. Learning to cope with stress through simplifying. I'm going to identify some of the major methods that will assist you in building resilience and coping with stress. There are methods that someone can apply to bypass the mental and physical reaction to stress. There are also tools that people can apply to distress and heighten their overall well-being. Changing things around in your life. The methods listed here can be divided up into two categories as follows. Number 1, relaxation methods and self-hypnosis. Number 2, coping with stress, exercise, music, meditation, massage. Self-esteem is a crucial factor in conquering stress. Determining that you are capable of meeting and conquering life stressors is a good start in building self-esteem. Also, a crucial part of self-esteem is believing you're worthy of love and happiness. Signs of low self-esteem. Go through the following list and consider how many of these reflect your own thoughts. I do not like myself. I do not deserve love. There's something wrong with me. I'm not worthy of respect from other people. It's tough for me to make eye contact with other people. I'm profoundly distressed when other people criticize me. Did one of these sound like you? Did more than one sound like your personality? If yes, then you have to take a few concrete steps to better your self-esteem. Why low self-esteem increases stress levels in your life. Low self-esteem steps up stress levels in your life due to two reasons. Number 1, you're constantly gauging yourself negatively. You don't permit yourself to open up to felicity due to an ongoing damaging internal dialogue. Number 2, you're constantly concerned about what others think of you and go to unreasonable lengths to attain their acceptance and approval. Confidence versus self-esteem. They are different. Self-esteem is different from self-confidence in numerous ways. You may be extremely successful in your chosen career, and yet you still find yourself feeling terrible. You need to be capable of loving yourself to experience happiness. Several successful individuals are miserable at heart and have terrible self-esteem. Low self-esteem makes it easier for other people to manipulate you, and it also makes you terribly unsure of your own feelings and opinions. Things you can do to improve self-esteem. Now, it must be obvious to you why it's important to work on your self-esteem. Without high self-esteem, you'll be an unhappy individual even if you've been able to achieve material success. Low self-esteem makes it extremely tough for you to succeed in any endeavor. Being your own worst enemy, you'll be perpetually placing obstacles in your own path. Following are some of the things you should do to improve your self-esteem. Number 1, stop criticizing yourself. Learn not to condemn yourself for the small slip-ups that we are all prone to make in our lives. You have to accept mistakes as a necessary part of life. Number 2, praise yourself when you do something great. Be overgenerous in your praise. But it's crucial to be honest. Number 3, Whenever you undertake some activity, visualize yourself as being successful in it. Relaxation methods, mental and physical. It's normal to experience stress occasionally. The reality is life is full of stress. As a matter of fact, some stress is healthy. We all need a bit of stress in our lives. It spices up the life. It motivates to accomplish the most daunting tasks. Can stress be a positive tool? The answer is a definitive yes. Imagine you have a deadline to meet. While your tension levels become elevated, you find the strength inside you to complete the assignment on time. Stress helps you become more centered, and in some cases, increases your strength when you're in a pressured position. Maybe you've discovered you're able to think more clearly when trying to meet that deadline. Yes, stress can stimulate the brain and sharpen one's performance. It's obvious that stress is a necessary component used to occasionally clear the clutter from your mind. When approached positively, stress can help you evolve by letting go of uninvited thinking. It helps to keep stress levels down. While it's inevitable that you'll experience stress in all walks of life, it's significant to learn stress management and relaxation methods to control stress and channelize it to your own advantage, instead of getting bogged down by it. We will discuss stress management methods in the next section. Here, we'll identify what progressive muscle relaxation is. Progressive muscle relaxation is an easy physical activity that will assist you in keeping calm at all times. Advantages of relaxation: additional energy, clear mind, improved decision making, mental clarity, better control of your life. 4 steps to progressive muscle relaxation. Find a calm and quiet place where you will not be interrupted for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Wear comfy clothes. You are able to rehearse this exercise while sitting on a chair. You are able to rehearse it lying down, but there are chances that you'll fall asleep. You loosen up your body by relaxing different muscles of the body. The muscles are first tensed, kept in that position, and then relaxed. This method is practiced as follows. Number 1, you begin at your feet and bit by bit advance towards your head, tensing and relaxing all the muscles on your way up. Number 2, while breathing in, tense the group of muscles you're working on. Hold the tension for 8 seconds. Feel this tension. After 8 seconds, breathe out and relax that muscle group. Feel a calming sensation enveloping those muscles. Number 3, start with the right foot, then relax the right leg. Now move on to the left foot, left leg, right hand, right forearm, left hand, and left forearm, tensing and relaxing the muscle groups. Now repeat the tense and relax method with abdomen, chest, then neck and shoulders. Now relax your facial muscles, and in the end, your head. Number 4, take a couple of deep breaths. Feel the relaxation that's crossed your whole body. Count up to 5. Slowly stand up. With some practice, the PMR will give you a rich sensation of relaxation. Then you can practice it at any time you experience stress overwhelming you and get quick relaxation. Self-hypnosis, the path to stress mastery. You may be wondering at this point, what exactly is self-hypnosis? Self-hypnosis is a method through which you are able to communicate with your subconscious. Acquiring the help of your subconscious minimizes the chance of self-sabotaging conduct and ideas. You're able to bring about the desired changes in your thinking with self-hypnosis. This method is extremely efficient in reducing tension levels and bringing on relaxation. Self-hypnosis is a 3-step process. Number 1, you bring yourself to a calm frame of mind. Number 2, you set aside your critical and judgmental mind for the time being. In that state, your conscious mind is able to communicate with the subconscious mind. Number 3, you give yourself suggestions to bring about favorable changes. Some critical judgment is set aside for the time being. This method is extremely powerful in bringing on favorable changes in self. When you know that what you're suggesting is beneficial for your well being, the same is accepted by the mind without reservations. Benefits of self hypnosis. Self hypnosis is extremely efficient in the following areas: depression and anxiety, dependencies and unwanted habits, interrupted sleep, low self esteem. 3 steps to relaxation through self hypnosis. Number 1, find a place where you're able to decompress and are sure of not getting interrupted for the next 10 to 15 minutes. Number 2, close your eyes and relax yourself. This can be done by taking deep breaths. Think that all your stress is flowing out of your body and you are feeling a lot more at ease. Center on the relaxation that's enveloped all the parts of your body. Number 3, now that you're in a receptive frame of mind, start repeating a few positive affirmations, which you should have prepared in advance. Center entirely on your voice and the sense of those statements. These can be as easy as suggesting to your mind that you'll feel profoundly relaxed when you repeat some specific word or sentence. Actions. Putting yourself into motion. These days, life is busy. With deadlines and meetings and traffic, it's difficult to find time for your own care. You begin ignoring your body, and slowly signs of stress start showing on your body physically and mentally too. It becomes all important to undo the harm and be prepared to confront the consequences. Doing physical activity for 20 to 30 minutes a day could undo several of the adverse effects of stress. Each day, physical activity not only makes you look and feel good and even lose a few extra pounds, it can also make your life less trying. Getting physical exercise can decrease anxiety by up to 50%. Suppose half the tension is gone just because you took a morning run. While a workout cannot do away with all the affairs you need to deal with, it can assist you in coping with your stress better. Reasons why physical fitness is essential. Here are a few of the several reasons physical activity is awesome for decreasing your tension, your stress, and your worries as well. Number 1, physical activity improves your mood. Physical exercise brings on chemicals that make you feel happier and ready to confront the day. It also increases blood flow to the brain, promoting this pleased, energetic sensation. The better you feel about life, the less stress will weigh you down. Number 2, physical activity brings about additional energy. Stress makes you feel run down and exhausted throughout the day. If you exercise in the morning, you'll get an excellent energy boost to keep you going in the late morning and afternoon. You may experience being exhausted throughout the first few weeks of physical activity, but be relentless, and the energy will come. Number 3, physical activity helps you sleep. There's nothing that decreases stress more than a great night's sleep. Sleep not only recharges your strained, aching muscles, it also refreshes your mind and helps you to process information from the day. Getting more, higher quality sleep on a regular basis will assist you coping with the challenges of day-to-day life. Number 4, physical activity allows time to think. Much of the stress we confront is from our own mind. Rather than working and mending problems, we are worrying about them day in and day out. Physical activity gives you time alone to center on your thoughts and clear your head without a bunch of distractions. That way, after your workout, you're able to get to work on mending a problem rather than worrying about it. Finding the right exercise for you. If you cannot do an aerobic workout or just don't think it's enough, try yoga or stretching or jogging. These activities are great for soothing sore, tense muscles, clearing your mind, and relaxing you as well. Plus, if you have no free time in the morning, these exercises can be done at night without keeping you from your sleep. They will likely even help. You can use the internet or just find a book or take a class that shows you positions or exercises that are easy for you. You should be able to find poses and movements that are associated specifically to stress reduction and relaxation. So design a plan and begin a regular workout routine. If you adhere to it, you'll begin to feel less stressed, less nervous, and more at ease very fast. Extended stress simplifying tricks. Meditation gives you balance of the mind. The harmony of mind is interrupted throughout times of stress. Whether it's stress related to your place of business, it's due to money troubles, or it's due to other reasons, you start beginning to become more and more irritable. If stressful times keep going for a long period, you could even slip into clinical depression. Meditation is the perfect antidote to the toxins known as tension and worries. It makes your mind relaxed and gives you emotional and mental clarity. If used for a long period, meditation contributes to better self-awareness. When you find yourself in a nerve-wracking situation or start to feel that slight anxious feeling in the pit of your stomach running through your system, try the following. Meditation for inner peace. Breath counting. Choose a room which is calm and comfortable. Sit comfortably with your head, neck, and back straight. Put aside all negative ideas and thoughts and center on the now. Close your eyes. Center on your breathing as the air moves in and out. If you discover thoughts invading your mind, try not to let them distract you from your breathing. Continue to be calm and centered. Now, when you breathe out, start counting from 1, then count 2 for the next breath, count 3 for the third breath, and 4 for the fourth. With the 5th breath, begin again at 1. Go until 4, then start again from 1. You don't need to adhere to the number 4. It can be 5 or 6 or even 7. In any case, the number shouldn't go beyond 10. It may cause mental confusion in the beginning and could be an additional burden on your mind. As such, 4 is perfect for starting out. Throughout this meditation exercise, think of nothing else other than your breath and the counting. You are able to use this exercise to decompress. A lot of times, you'll find yourself in a stressful position at work, annoyed by the antics of a colleague, or feeling overcome by your life as a whole. In this situation, you have to discover ways to relax. Start meditating for relaxation and sleep. If you're able to practice some meditation exercises on a day-to-day basis, either before bedtime or sometime throughout the day, you'll be able to use breathing exercises at work. See to it that you do take time out for you to experience the release of stress and welcome an inner calm. Trust me, it will help you. Using music for stress relief. Music is a natural healer. Instinctively, we turn to music to unwind and to create a favorable surrounding. Delicate and calming music does a good deal for our frazzled nerves. It washes away the weariness of a busy day. Music therapy as a healing science is advancing in popularity. Consider the following to understand why music is gaining the attention of healers the world over. Number 1, music aids you in sleeping better. In a study of elderly individuals with sleep-related troubles, it was reported that listening to classical and new age music helped 96% of them to sleep better. Number 2, music is helpful in pain management. Japanese researchers found that music aided in reducing pain in a control group, which listened to music throughout pain-causing conditions. Music can be effectively used in pain management. Number 3, music reduces surgical anxiousness. In a study conducted in a hospital, patients who listened to the music of their choice in a surgical holding area had decreased levels of anxiety prior to, during, and after surgery. It also helped in keeping their blood pressure lower before surgery. Number 4, music helps reduce depression. It's apparent that music is able to improve mood and uplift the spirits. Now, psychologists have found that giving music therapy to patients of clinical depression, along with the standard treatment, helps reduce symptoms of clinical depression faster. Music is in our blood. You're acquainted with music for relaxation since your childhood. As a child, your first encounter with music was a mother's lullaby, or something to that extent. How the mother's lullaby comforts the irritability of a baby and sends her gently to a reassuring sleep. Who is not acquainted with the relaxing effect of nature sounds, be it birds chirping, the slow gargling of a stream, or deep murmur of the river? All of these sounds have a relaxing effect on all of us. We can say that music is in our blood. We don't have to learn it to enjoy it. It's the most mystifying, nonverbal communication we all understand. Then why not learn to use it? Music takes your mind away from the immediate troubles. It produces a positive atmosphere to think creatively. It unwinds you physically, in addition to soothing you mentally. It produces a favorable surrounding. Not all music can be a soothing, helpful aid in creating a more relaxed atmosphere. The loud and fast music might not be a tension reliever for all individuals. The music has to be the right kind, and it has to be of your liking. Listen to genres or styles such as classical music and new age music. These are known to be relaxing for most of us. Or you may like to listen to the music which has been particularly created for relaxation. Wrapping up and cutting the stress. What exactly is living simple? It's learning to live and work simply. It's a lifestyle born out of a clutter-free environment. Living and working with only what you love and require. It's producing an environment where everything has a home, an aim, a function. It's saying yep to less and nah to more. Simple living is freedom from our culture of a bit much stuff, too little time. Learn to live a low-stress life. We all go through stress at one time or another. Taking care of the self is a crucial part of living a low-stress life. Eat healthy food. Keep away from things that cause tension and anxiety. Sleep well. Do moderate physical activity. Meditate frequently. Hash out your trouble with sympathizers. Make a few beneficial friends. Laugh frequently. Do at least one good deed each day. Confronting stress can be challenging. Give yourself a break every now and then. Buy a new outfit, go to a movie, or do something you've always desired to do. Indulge in your favorite hobby. If you don't have one, try developing one. Don't fret over little things. If things are not going according to plan, learn to take it in your stride. This is life. Learn the art of accepting the inevitable. Try to acquire a forgive and forget attitude. Do not keep bitterness in your heart. Forgive those who may have hurt you in the past. Make amends. Apologize to those you've hurt. Remember, living a low-stress life is an art. It has to be worked on constantly. With all of that said, that about wraps it up for this stress manual. I hope you've taken away a fair bit of insight and knowledge from this course, and that you now feel better equipped with the tools and skills necessary to conquer stress in your life. Thank you so much for going through this course, and I wish you the best of luck in the future.